All right, guys, we're back for round 12's review of the Supercoach season. Today was, oh, no, this weekend was the first of the AFL bye rounds, so yeah, that's going to be tough. Just like, I don't know if it comes through on the mic, but it is raining pretty heavy outside. It's just one of those days. Um, yeah, hopefully it doesn't pick it up, but yeah, we'll see. 1809, the score, very bad because I kind of set the team up to be better in the bye rounds. And then last week, like Friday afternoon, I misplayed. I made a bad trade, uh, which I think that pretty much like locks where we can go in the season. I think now it's like maybe top 10k, but yeah, I don't know if we're going to get under that. Like, I want to be top 5k this year, like minimum. Um, don't see that happening now. Needed every decision to go right. Not every trade specifically, but like the decision behind it to be right, and messed it up last week. So, yeah, that's pretty tough. Actually, I'll just go through the team. Sicily was a bit. I mean, he wasn't that bad, honestly. Watching the game, he was fine. This was a good game. Was it Hawthorn and Collingwood? Yeah, it was. This game was actually pretty good. It came down to the wire. I thought Sicily was a bit better than 98, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. It's tough if you had him captain, but I don't think many people did. Crisp was fine. I actually think this was a little overscored for him. I think he had a 5-point third quarter and then got 20 points on like the final kick of the quarter. Short didn't play. Zorko was just, oh my god, this was a, on fan footy they have like the symbols. This should have been like the yin yang symbol or whatever, because first half terrible, ended up injured, spent majority of the time on the bench, just not good, honestly. But then second half he kind of slides into the half back, but pushing up like straight away, which in terms of winning a game, not good, because he let Frederick, yeah, I think it's Michael Frederick, left him open all the time. Like, I think he had 3 goals back to back to back just because how Zorko was playing. So to win a game, not a good role, but for Supercoach, it's fine. Gibkiss, of course, didn't play. Ware didn't play, and the other 2 didn't play. Oliver, this was a close vice captain. When they played Friday. Am I misremembering? Oh no, they were Saturday night. Oh yeah, I almost went Vice Oliver into Sicily. Lucky I didn't. This kept changing throughout the week. First it was I was going to Vice Captain English. Decided Geelong scores, like rucks against Geelong isn't great, so I won't do it. Then I thought, alright, I'll go Took, which was what I eventually did take. But I was thinking, what about Clayton against Sydney, Sicily against Collingwood, and Neil against Freo? I was almost taking all of them. There was actually a couple of good options, but yeah, 167, take it. So Oliver had a good game. Melbourne, I think this was my game of the round over the Collingwood Hawthorn game. This was just a really fun game to watch, Melbourne and Sydney. Neil was good, but I don't know, it looks like he struggles against teams that are targeting him. Like Freo targeted him to, slow him down, force the ball into Brayshaw and stuff like that. So this is a bit of a worry. I don't know what is his schedule. I should have looked before. It's going to take forever to load. I found out this taking forever to load is an OBS thing. I might have to change what I record with. St Kilda, I don't think they have anyone right now. Melbourne, this is probably a bad score here, because they'll probably put put someone on him to tag him. They've had someone, I think it was Langdon tagging or something like that earlier in the year. Dogs, that would be a fun game. Essendon, probably 200 there. Yeah, it's not terrible. His thing's not terrible. I still think he's a good captain option most weeks. McRae, lower than probably what you wanted, but again, it's against Geelong. They kind of limit high disposal counts, which, yeah, it is what it is. Took versus North was really good. I think he was slightly overscored. A lot of his kicks and stuff were given effective, even if they probably shouldn't have been. But yeah, this fine. North are really bad. Maybe they are the worst team over West Coast. I don't know. West Coast are pretty bad. Petrarca 70. Little bit of a worry here because I don't know if. Oh, the topic with him was always, is he top 8? He's putting in a couple of these bad scores now that really make you lean towards he's not top 8. I think he was always battling for the 8th spot or the 9th spot. But with Merritt, maybe Tom Mitchell can find some form in the second half of the year. It's going to be a little tough. And Steele is coming back this year. I don't know if I'll pick him just because injury risk and all that. But yeah, so it's tough to say if he is actually a top 8 midfielder. McComb only had to hold him for one more week, to play the week past, so should be done with him for now. Clark, same thing. I don't know what's going to happen with his role because it sounds like Jay Cully is coming in, their mid-season draft pick. Again, I think the mid-season draft should stay, but there should also be a trade period. Round 12 should be an AFL-wide buy and make it a trade week. That's what I say. As soon as round 11's final game ends, trade windows open. There's 1 week for players to go to their new team, train with the coach or whatever, and then we go back to the season. I don't like that there's no trade period because West Coast need to trade players, North need to trade players, Essendon need to trade players. It's keeping bad teams bad, and I think that's the biggest problem with the competition right now, is that there's not enough competition. You got like the top 6 teams that are all good, and then everyone under that is like the same bracket of just bad. And then you got like the bottom 3 or 4, which are just really bad, and no one wants to watch North. No one wants to watch West Coast. Essendon fans don't want to watch Essendon. So, yeah, I think mid-season trade period is like pretty much mandatory at this point with how player movement's gone in off seasons. Owens didn't play, used him as a loop. Cripps, yeah. Witts almost vice captained him. This was a last minute switch to Took. The game started like 1:45. I think I switched at 1:43. So yeah, English was the trade in. In hindsight, should have gotten Gorn, but the mindset here was Gorn's at 550k. There's no way he's gonna go up 40k to something that I can't afford. There's no way. His form hasn't been crazy. He's struggled to hit the ton in like 2 of his last 5. I should just bring it up. His scoring has not been that good, and he just has been dropping marks and stuff like that. Just ignore this week's score. We'll get into that in a minute. Look, this is not good. 3 of his last 5, he missed the ton. 118. That's fine, but like Witts is averaging higher than that. So, and English is coming off a 160. So you'd think English is healthy enough to be better than a 118 Gorn. All I needed was this to be a 120. That's all I needed. 120 or less. He goes out 198, probably the best performance of his life. Honestly, he grabbed every mark kicked to him. I think he had 2 goals. He was that was probably the best game he's ever played. At least for Supercoach, maybe like in terms of game, the grand final, obviously. The plan was English this week, just as a ruck that plays. Then this week I bring in Gorn, move English to the forward line because I already got like pretty much no one playing here. Move him to the forwards, and then I have Witts, Gorn, and English. Now, it's it's really hard to get in. I do have a strategy to get them in. I'm just not sold on doing it yet. I need to wait for lineups first. But yeah, that was a bit tough to see. Hayes should play this week. I don't. They picked up Teakle, and I don't know if it's meme or not. Whether he plays, he might, maybe. I don't. I don't think this week. I don't think any of the mid-season picks are playing this week. Dunkley was not that good, but again, it's Geelong. Bailey Smith was really bad, and he's suspended. So, like I said before, Geelong kind of limit high disposal counts. Bailey Smith is someone that, with 35 touches, gets 110. So if he can't get that, and his touches are, like, you limit the effectiveness of his touches, this score just drops. He had a couple of, like, clangers in there, turnovers, all that stuff, ineffective handballs and ineffective kicks. This kind of the matchup from hell from him. And when I traded him in, I did see this match coming. I was like, yeah, this isn't going to be good. I did not see the headbutt coming. The headbutt has sort of kind of ruined the team, because next round is round 14. Like, the next time he plays, that's fine. If he doesn't play round 14, that's fine. I have like 21 others playing. That's a-okay with me. The issue is round 15. Round 15, everyone's going to have a completed team because the buys are done. They've, set up for it. I think even after this week, I have one spot left, and then I'm full premium. Not premiums that I want to keep. Like, I do want to trade Zorko. I am looking at trading Heaney, looking at trading Butters. I don't think they're the top of their position. Petrarca might also need a trade, right? But in terms of what 22 of my fielding, it is all premium priced, premium level players. This is going to suck because round 15, everyone's going to have that, and I'm an extra one down. So, and a lot of people like this. I'm saying it's just for me, but a lot of people brought in Bailey Smith. I think 2 weeks ago, he was the most traded in player. So that's the tough part about the headbutt. Next round that he's available, 14, which he can't play, suspension. That doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You probably have an extra premium you can field instead of him. It doesn't really matter. It's the round after that. Luke Parker was fine. I think this should have been a ton, but it is what it is. I think Gorn took all the points from that game, so Heaney, this should not have been a ton, but yeah, I'll take. It wasn't a ton, but it shouldn't have even been this close. I thought he was pretty poor. I thought Sydney could have targeted him a bit more, but they won, so it doesn't really matter. De Koning was fine. A little shoulder injury, but he played on, so I don't think it's anything bad. And plus, he's bye this week, and I think I'm trading him out this week. Roses was pretty good, honestly. He was playing like half forward, but then coming up to stoppages, as soon as the bounce. So this is a good role. It's better than what he was playing. It's just generic small forward, kicks a goal, and then just goes missing for the next 2 weeks. I'm interested. It's interesting to see where this goes, because if he keeps that role, he'll be probably the best F7 option. Unless, I don't know, you're just flooded with cash and you've got, Heaney or Cogs or Butters as F7. I do not see that. Or maybe you keep in De Koning and he's your F7. I don't see that, but I think Roses could be the best one if he keeps this role that he's got this week. But yeah, into trades. I'll go into what mistake I made last week. Last week, I tried to save trades, and I only made one. Whereas I was required, I made 2 trades at minimum. Probably should have went all 3, but I needed to make at least 2. And this is where my season's done. In terms of ranking, it's done. I can't field 18 this week. It is impossible to field 18 without a 102k rookie getting named, which I don't see happening. So into the trades, we've got De Koning, who I don't think he's actually maxed price yet. He's break even 65. He could go up maybe 5-10 more k, but I don't need that. Who else was it? I think it was Gibkiss, was it? Yeah, it was. And then I'm actually at the point I can trade Heaney because I've still got a full premium forward line. I brought in English because I knew I wanted to trade Heaney this week. Regardless of score, his role is bad. He's a utility player. You don't want that. He's not getting targeted as much as he was earlier in the year, which has killed his score. And he's just like, look at his price drop. It's insane. He was 500k before. So then I move English to the forwards, which, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still 6 premiums. And then, yeah, going forward, which is just like this round, trading him out next round. Then in defense, see, this is where it doesn't work. I need a 102k rookie to play. The only one that I could see that had a chance of it is a North Melbourne player. What's his name? Callan Dawson. He's their mid-season. Oh, pardon me. Their mid-season draft pickup. They picked him pretty high. I think this was the 2nd or 3rd pick. They need help in defense, like desperately. If I was North, I'd be giving everyone here a go. Just maybe you strike gold. You know, one of them's good at AFL level. I mean, Comben's hurt. Maybe he comes. When's Comben meant to come back? 17. I don't even know if they bring him back. Why would you? I'd honestly be trying everyone if I was North. I don't know if they do because he hasn't trained with the team long enough. He'd only have 2 weeks with them. But yeah, to make this trade work, I'd need him to play. If I wanted 18. Then I was looking at Zach Merritt as M7/8. I think he could do it. I'm not super sold on him. There is another route I can do with this same trade, but we'll get into that. And then as like finishing the ruck line is Gawn. If Gawn scored 120 this week, I think he would have only gone up 10 to 15k. It would have been 570, which means I can bring in Brayshaw, which I feel more comfortable with Brayshaw, even though he's shown he can be tagged out of a game. I feel more comfortable with Brayshaw than Merritt, just because I don't like Essendon, really. I think their form is just terrible. So yeah, that's a trade. It leaves basically no money in the bank, which sucks because I wanted a Laird, but I don't think that's possible. Yeah, so just bang, and there we go. Put him on. So this is where it's tough, right? Because it's 6. I can't access them. I thought I've never actually been in this position before. I think I've always had like 18 playing or like clearly under 18. It says best 18 players selected in your starting 22. None of they're not in the 22, so their scores won't count. If it does, then yeah, it's 18, but because none of these guys are missing a game, it won't count. I guess I could like move like a Short or a Zorko into the midfield for a round. I don't know how that would work, though. I think I'd have to not get Merritt for that to work. Was that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Carroll's not going to play. I'm not even going to bother with that. 15, 16, 17, and 18. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why can't I count? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that's right. 17 players. Can't get to 18 unless this guy plays, or I don't get Gawn, which is tough because I don't know if there's anyone around this price I'd like anyway. Basically, no forwards are playing because they're all dogs players. Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, that's the team for this week. I think maybe I could swing in a midfielder, like put Rioli forward and I'd bring in a mid, but then it'd have to be like Merritt and Brayshaw, which I don't know if I like. And then still I'd be stuck with I need a rookie to play. So waiting for lineups like every week it feels like. But let me know how your guys' team went. Surely it's better than mine. 1800 is not a good score. But yeah, see you all next week. Tasty out.